these tile are what misery is made of. And then those tile. I'm losing it here. But let me just show you, because I tried to show someone in a photo and they didn't get it. Okay, so grout lines are kind of lined up. I just have these 4 tiles here. But then look what happens to the pattern. So you lose the pattern if you have the grout lines. Oh, I'm trying to, I can't grab a hold of it. And these are thick. These are beasts. They're different thicknesses. Okay, now we've got that guy matched up there. And let's see. That guy's matched up there. Oh, well, how do we match up this one? So, anyway, it just doesn't work. No matter how you slice it, it just doesn't work. And I don't know if it will show on these 4, but I don't know. There's some thickness differences, but I know the edges, like you can't, some are curved, some are a little bit straighter. It's not fun, but each box contains different tile. And then there's gonna be Subway on the walls. And she wanted Subway on the curb, and I said, let's not. And then the window is a disaster. The guys who did the drywall, I don't even have room to get my tile between this, it's focusing on my finger, between where the little lever is to open and close the window. And of course the plumbers put the drain right there. I didn't put the drain there. I don't even know. This floor is a mess. This is my nightmare puzzle right now. And I'm losing it. But yeah, that's my fun. That's my fun for now. But you see this ridiculousness? Like, once there's spacers in there, you can move them around a little bit. But, okay, see, now we've lost our grout joints. Like, now add that times 10 feet. These are, I think, 8x8 tiles, nominal. Fun. This is real. All right, that's all I got for you. It's coming together. It's going to be white Subway tile walls to the ceiling. And I've got the same transition around the window mitered that the guys did a terrible job doing the drywall in here. So I've had to fool with this window time and time again. Anyway, I also mitered the transition from the curb up the walls. It is not cemented in yet. The pieces are just cut and sitting. And we're good on that. This is driving me crazy. So it comes, I didn't handle all this. This is part of what I was talking about. They put in all the sheetrock. So there's this huge lump on that side. I don't know if I can pick it up on film. It's bad. It's really bad. But it's my problem now. So anyway, I'll do something with it. So hopefully I have added in the clips I've been taking to this video. The clips are currently on, I think, 3 different cameras. Well, camera cards. It could get interesting. There are some photos involved because I just didn't have the time or energy or capacity or whatever to film everything I wanted to film And like I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention in this video, maybe that was another one, I wish I had filmed the sliding glass door removal / installation, because wow, that was a doozy. Anyway, mornings have been rough. I sleepwalk, and my doctor decided that I should be on a medication to help with the sleepwalking because it's dangerous, or it's becoming dangerous. And the fear really is because when I'm sleepwalking, it's always due to stress levels. And if I go to sleep and there's a sink full of dishes, like if I'm not getting home from work until 9 o'clock at night, meaning that that's when I'm starting to cook dinner for the kids and laundry and everything else, so I'm not getting to bed till pretty late. But the dishes don't always get done, and I am very bothered by that. I don't want a sink full of dishes. 2 kids created that sink of dishes, not me. When I cook, I wash everything. I digress. I will get up in the middle of the night and go attempt to wash those dishes. It doesn't always work out. I have I'm calling it successful because nothing flooded. I have done an entire load of laundry in my sleep. I don't know if I put it in the soap and vinegar like I usually do, but everything seemed pretty good on the other side. Washed and dried, right? That's impressive. Didn't wake up. When I wash dishes, though, the reason I know it's I have cameras in the house, but I know it's happening because I usually wake up when water gets on me. So like, I have this robe that I am a robe and slippers kind of gal. It can be 100 degrees outside, and I'm still going to attempt to wear robe and slippers around the house. Just, that makes me happy, it makes me comfortable. Anyway, so we started the sleepwalking medication, or a medication to help with it. It's not specifically for sleepwalking. I couldn't wake up in the morning. My alarm would go off, and I'd either sleep through it, which is just not like me, or I would get up, make a cup of coffee, and then immediately fall asleep again. Sometimes while standing with the cup of coffee in my hand, it hits the floor, it splashes on me, I wake up. This morning, we went through 3 cups of coffee before I actually got any coffee. First one, dropped it on the floor. Dropped it on the kitchen floor, fell asleep while I don't know if I was just standing or if I was walking, but I made the cup of coffee, fell asleep, it fell out of my hand, crashed, dumped everywhere, splashed on me, so I had to clean that up. The next one, I was sitting down and it dumped everywhere because I picked it up. I was taking a sip and it dumped everywhere. The third one wasn't exactly my fault. I got it into the car and the dog started drinking it because he likes to go in the car. I left the door open because I was loading things in, and anyway, it was weird. That felt like a hiccup. Anyway, rough mornings lately. I am on my way to Gainesville to work. I need to get this job wrapped up. There's been so many add-ons, and to be quite honest, I'm having to go through notes and everything else to get all my prices straight, because what I gave her on the work I did at the beginning was an estimate, and once things were done, it was like, okay, well, now I need to give her the actual cost so I can get paid. But things have been added and added and added because other people have either bailed out of the job or done such a piss poor job that why bring them back? Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get some of those clips sewn in so you guys can see the wackadoo sliding need to go to Home Depot. I don't like these new hours. No, wait, okay. So I was in Walmart the other night, and they close at 8:30. And I got there at 8. And walking in the door, they're like, we're closing in 29 minutes or something. I just needed to grab a couple of things. And so I'm walking through and I'm grabbing my couple of things, and I hear an announcement over the intercom saying, make your final selections and come to the front. We're closing in blah, blah, blah minutes. I have not heard an announcement like that in Walmart since the 90s. Like, that was such a flashback. Because I think they used to close at 10 every night, and they didn't used to sell groceries. It was, you know, like the only food they sold was like cookies and chips and some candies, and it was all like Sam's Choice, you know? So, I don't know, that was kind of fun for me. Oddly enough, I liked having a little flashback, but alright, I'm gonna continue getting to work. I sort of popped onto this video because I get like highway hypnosis, and there's nothing to look at, so my eyes get tired and I get a little too relaxed, and so I don't feel like calling anybody, talking to my 2 viewers. So, hey Bob and hey Zoe, because I'm pretty sure you guys are the only ones that watch, but that's okay with me. It makes things feel a little less like I'm putting myself out there for the world. And true, I only actually know one of you, but I feel like I know both of you, so there's that. Okay, later. This is what happens when you have to go backwards to go forwards. Just quickly, those cabinets were installed. The first backsplash was poorly installed, had to be removed. That frame around the window was put in to cover up the edges of what was a disaster, and then at the bottom some old tile that was just sort of left there, some like 1960s bullnose. I can show you in a bedroom real quick, but the story with the kitchen is that, oh yes, she's moving in. Things are not done. Let me see where, oh, I can show you in here. Okay, so she was in a hurry. You see this tile? That was left in the kitchen while the backsplash was done around it. Rather than remove it and put in a proper sill that would work with subway tile. And it probably, the original backsplash went up to this tile right here. Now, these had to be removed. He had put this line in here, but these were cut off right there. So they had to be removed so that they could be cut as corners on both sides. I actually ended up showing the homeowner how to do it herself because I just didn't have the time with this project. I helped her with the shelf and things like that. But what I really am trying to talk about, and interrupting myself, this appeared to be a fully functional kitchen sans the sink. The sink was not installed. And I haven't been here a few weeks. I've been on another job, but as I was getting ready to leave for the other job, she said, oh yeah, can you get a drain kit? So I went, she got a drain kit that was, I don't know, like all kinds of bendy stuff. So I went and I got, you know, the drain kit, and I got the tailpiece for the dishwasher connection, things like that. I got the whole drain kit. And then I came back, she was moving some things in, and I opened up the cabinet to see where the water hookups were to see if there was one for the dishwasher, if they had put an angle stop for the dishwasher. those pipes back there are not the water pipes that they're using. I asked her as she was getting in the car, where are the water lines? Behind the stove. So inside the wall right there, you see 2 water lines. And that is our supply. The floors are in, the cabinets were in, the countertop was in, the backsplash was in. And bear in mind, the backsplash had been torn out at a point to be replaced. I had to pull out the countertop, and that cabinet is not connected right now. It's just sitting there, so this piece doesn't, this little guy doesn't snap off, because it might. I need to run the plumbing behind the cabinets. Now, that doesn't sound like that's even possible, but the guy before me bumped the cabinets out by the width of a 2x4. And the other day when I took the cabinets loose, you'll see these holes in the walls. The 2x4s ripped right out of the wall. These are the old plaster walls, so they're concrete. But this gap that you see behind the cabinet, that's an existing gap. That was what was here when I got here. This one back here is about an inch and 3/4. So her idea was, let's run the water lines behind the cabinets to the sink. And I said, I can't just drop water lines down there. I have to take the cabinets out. Then when I took the cabinets out, I realized that's not giving it much support. And also, keep in mind, again, they're bumped forward by a 2x4. So if they're sitting on a 2x4 right now, and then a 2x4 pushes them, well, they're sitting on a 2x6 right now, but if a 2x4 pushes them forward, they're sitting on nothing. So I picked up some 2x4s, some 2x6s, some 2x3s, and some other things because I've got another little project in the wall. But this is what happens when you are in a hurry to get things done and you skip vital steps. You end up with your kitchen, your somewhat functional looking, that countertop right there. That countertop. So I've had to add, I made these, and I know they're not perfect, I get it, I'm still working on them, but I made these pieces to add to the back of this countertop because on camera, they don't look so great, but in real life, it works, and those will be up against the wall. And we needed that much filler. We needed an 1 3/4 inch filler because of the 2x4s. Now, why do I not just take the 2x4s out and put the cabinets back against the wall? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I asked. She doesn't want to move these cabinets over because the space for the stove is set now, which would, oh, look, there's a gap over there too. Yeah, I know, I just thought I'd point that out. But it would involve moving these cabinets, those cabinets, the microwave, and the pantry. She doesn't want to do all that. So she'd rather me rip things apart and run the plumbing behind it. So anyway, I'm just having a good old time. This is the same house where the sliding glass door was put in improperly, and it's not finished being trimmed out yet, so don't wet your pants, but it does work. So that is a happy thing. It did not work before, but it does now. And you need working doors. Brand new doors should work. But you see, I still have work to do because he had it all out of whack. And I didn't put that there. He did. I'm a little bummed out. That I have a mess to work with. Anyway, it's just a sad thing. Oh, and this is fun. No staggered boards. He just ran them all to one spot, stopped them, and then again, ran them all to one spot and stopped them, and then started again. Sometimes I can't even. He also did this very traditional molding, but her plan for the house was modern farmhouse industrial. I see the modern, and then with the sink, I see the farmhouse. It's an apron sink. And this is my pathetic attempt at a first template because it didn't come with a template, which poses the next problem, and I'll shut up soon. This is not a butcher block countertop. This is a laminate countertop made of particle board. So if I put an undermount sink, which that is an undermount sink, you're gonna be looking at this. So what she brought to me, I don't know if it's still here. She may have moved them. Oh, I think she moved them. It's these little strips that you typically put like on your edges. She said that goes around to cover the edge inside the sink, but this is indeed an undermount sink. There is no way to overmount this sink. So this is my life. This is what's happening. The plumbing lines are inside the wall down there. All I've done right now is connect that joint in the corner. I'm getting ready to connect the two little elbows here that will have little stub outs for the angle stops. And yes, these are angle stops. They're not just straight stops. But these I love, quarter turn. Nice. So this is fun. It's so hot. Oh my God, I'm like sweating to death.